It's Out of Nowhere, episode 87. Is the XFL going to sign Enzo as a wide receiver? We don't know. We'll find out. Oh, it's war, and it's out of somewhere. It's out of Vince McMahon's bunghole. What's going on, everybody? This is Out of Nowhere, episode number 87, and we got goddamn Jake DeMarco. We got Connor from OKFabe, and we got me. We got you. Enzo's out though. We're gonna talk about the XFL, Enzo, and the Royal Rumble, the main things. There's a couple other things though. We'll talk about it all as much as we can in a shorter episode than usual. I will say that tonight will be probably a shorter episode than usual as far as Out of Nowhere goes. We'll be doing a gaming stream after this, but let's get into this right now. F it. You know, if anybody wants to call, we'll have the phone lines are open, 339-226-6610.
Good news is we heard the intro.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, so
the live.
The phones already work, so that's wow.
Yeah, we're firing on all goddamn cylinders.
All right. Well, donations on, Captain. If anybody wants to donate, the link is down below in the PayPal area.
It's down where?
Let's get right into the allegations.
Let's get right into the allegations, says Creamstar.
Let's get right into the rape.
I love the people that are like, but what if she said no? Well, we're not saying that.
Yeah, somebody goes, well, it doesn't matter. No means no. Well, apparently you're a fucking idiot then. Like somebody wrote Creamstar. By the way, Creamstar, thank you for the 1313. I still don't have that donation back, but I will try to get it. So thank you, Creamstar. But yeah, it's like, dude, I made a video proving like pretty much that she seems kind of crazy and that it doesn't add up. Like she doesn't seem credible or make sense. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, though. I'm just saying, like, take a look at this. This is pretty fucked up. So you're believing her story that she said no, but you don't believe the evidence in your face of the contradiction and what's happened and his denial.
$5 coming from Vatican.
Oh, here's Creamstar.
Hey, I want to let you know that you're... What did he say? That I'm gay? You called me gay? I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
What's up, guys? Ready for the show? Did you see the video made by a former friend of the girl cussing Enzo?
Yeah, did you see the video?
He has her text.
Oh, yeah.
Messages that make it seem like it was definitely consensual if it happened and not rape.
Thank you, the Bear 1322. I made a whole video about it. Apparently nobody, like, I swear to God, nobody...
We didn't get the alerts. It didn't show up in sub boxes.
What
I
the
only saw
fuck?
it about an hour ago.
Nobody sees my goddamn videos. I put up a video.
I don't understand why it didn't come up, but I was like, oh shit, you post. The only reason I saw it actually was because somebody shared it on Twitter. They're like, oh, this is Joe Cronin's take on the
I broke the whole thing down in the video right before this on YouTube. Who is lying? I wrote Enzo Amore rape case, and then I clicked on the video. Here's a little tidbit of the video.
What's up, wrestling fans? titties on camera in a Victoria's Secret.
He's
She's
got
the same
text
girl that literally
messages.
poisoned us.
Here's
2
where
weeks
she
ago.
says on
You know,
TMZ.
I have to go to rehab.
Completely started sexually assaulting me. He came over and he was trying to come on to me. And
How
I
about
was
getting your
no,
song
I
tonight
won't.
as a donation? That would be a damn good idea.
Getting my song? That would be. We have to listen to that whole thing again, though.
What's wrong with that?
Renegade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of
it.
cool, but that's a lot of that song, man. Someone out there won't be happy about that. Renegade. It is pretty cool. Maybe like $100. I mean, Renegade. Thank you for the donation, though. But yeah, take a look at this. Renegade. Thank you. Let's get off my mouth because that's weird. So this is very strange.
I get to know you first, like I literally hadn't even had like a one-on-one conversation with him, and he was like, "Girl, are you kidding me? Like, you should be begging for this dick. I have a million followers on Instagram." And as soon as he came back into the room, he like picked me up, flipped me over, ripped my tights open, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" Like, no. He started sexually assaulting me. He like came over and he was trying to come on to me, and I was like I was saying no the whole time. I was like, please stop. Like, I was too...
So my point in this video is, here's my point, and it's not to not believe her, but my point is that in her previous video from weeks ago, when she described her, like, sort of rape that happened with her ex-boyfriend from 2 years ago, where she faked a pregnancy with him, she admits to faking and lying to him about a pregnancy for months, and she says...
Claiming it's a prank.
Because it's a prank, but because you don't fuck with me, if you leave me, if you dump me, shit's gonna happen to you. So I'm assuming that Enzo, if he had sex with her, never called her again. So I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. Like, so the last time, and also in the video, she claims that he may have even raped her, like this 2-year-old boyfriend. And she says, yeah, we just were there, and he got me down, and he flipped, ripped, and zipped, and stuffed it in. Like, and it was like, she says the exact same thing for both situations. It's very strange. Listen to this.
Develop.
Now, here's where she says that if a boyfriend leaves her or whatever, she gets crazy or whatever.
To develop deep-rooted feelings very quickly. He threatened to break up with me. Yeah. Psycho mode kicked in because
She also says she develops feelings like immediately.
like
No
Deep-rooted feelings.
fucking dumps Miss Gucci Wedge.
I had to. No one fucking dumped
Why that happens in the background, I have no idea. This fucking guy that's with her is weird as fuck, too.
Philomena Shea. The night before, he practically raped me. Like what? I never told you this, but this really happened.
Yeah, now this guy can't believe that. Notice his reaction, like, what? Like, because I guarantee he's never heard this before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's never heard her say this part before, because it sounds like it's just kind of coming out of nowhere. But listen what she says.
We were on his couch, right? And he was like fingering me. His parents were in bed. He was staying at his mom's house, and he's fingering me, and we're like on his couch.
Nice.
And then, I kid you not, pick up, flip, rip pants off, stick in, boom.
Pick up, flip, pants rip off, stick. Boom? Is that what she said? I want a shirt that
That's
says...
one hell of a move. I've never done the flip, stick, and boom before.
Have you ever
Sounds
done...
kind of hot.
This is the greatest maneuver ever.
And then, I kid you not, pick up, flip, rip pants off, stick in, boom.
I'm sorry to
Damn.
laugh, but she says...
I feel like that's like
That must be hell on your dick. You got to really drill that in an angle.
But
you know,
that's
if
what
you're flipping and ripping while sticking and going boom.
And
You have to fucking be on.
I'm a
like,
big
cocaine
guy.
or
I might
adrenaline
kill
or
somebody.
something.
You know? Yeah.
That's what she says to TM. Now, that was her talking about that 2-year-old boyfriend. She's talking about a 2 years ago boyfriend. Now, here's her yesterday talking to TMZ about Enzo raping her.
Lights off and like just completely started sexually assaulting me. He like came over and he was trying to come on to me, and I was like no, I want to get to know you first. Like I literally hadn't even had like a one-on-one conversation with him, and he was like, "Girl, are you kidding me? Like, you should be begging for this dick. I have a million followers on Instagram." And as soon as he came back into the room, he like picked me up, flipped me over, ripped my tights open, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" Like, no.
There's the pick me up, flip, pants off, like rip. Like it's the same thing.
No boo.
But then
She says it again
he
though.
brought me into the bedroom. He carried me into the bedroom. Like,
I'm trying to find when she
Psycho
says it
mode
again because
kicked
she
in
says it
because, like,
exactly,
No one fucking.
almost
Like it's
exactly the
rehearsed.
he
same.
assaulted
Yeah.
me up,
Yeah.
flipped me over, ripped
Oh, here it is.
proceeded to literally just pick me up, flip me over, rip my tights off, and like just
Well, I can't find it, I guess. But there's another one where she says it exactly like it, and it's like, wow. But she basically does say it again, and it's
Yeah,
like,
she comes across as a prostitute though through some of the things that she says. I mean, she
There's a-
certainly sounds like a gold digging fame whore, and I don't mean that to discredit her, but it's the fact.
There's a freaking video of her like fooling around in a goddamn playground, smoking, like sniffing cocaine, and then taking a piss
oh my god.
out in public. Yeah,
I know.
Shit, you not.
And then, like you said, Joe, initially she's advertising her PayPal right off the bat. You know, she's got
Yeah.
all these different things that just really make it difficult for you to, you know, believe all of it. Did Enzo sleep with her? Probably. I'm sure he did. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't think he's doubting that, but I don't believe that there was a rape. I think she's spitting this because, as we found out, and Leah told us last night,
Right.
you know, she was getting in trouble for doing drugs yet again. She was in a group home scenario. She was being thrown out. So what was the reason that she did those drugs? Oh, I was forced to be drugged because I was then, you know, it was to, you know, lead to the rape. They drugged me so they could rape me. It's not my fault, dad, roommates, whoever. It's the bad man's fault. You know, that's how I take it, honestly. So,
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't seem right to me. Like, so my point is, I made this video, and then somebody commented on this video, and somebody on the video, what they said to me was retarded, and so that's why I wanted to bring it up here. Somebody said to me, well, you know something, Joe? You really are a sick person because no still means no. What? What do you mean no means no? How do any of us know that no was said? Because she said it? What? So, like, she said this, so Enzo's guilty? Is that how
Yeah.
you operate? Is that how we
You
operate
know the
now?
whole fucking story at this point.
Exactly. And the text from the next day with her friend saying that, oh, I fucked him. You know, he's famous. I fucked a famous wrestler. There's no, oh my God, I was assaulted. Then she says, oh, I fucked up by doing, you know, whatever, meth, coke. I forget exactly. I don't have it in front of me. And she's like, oh, so I need to go back into rehab now. No allegations or, you know, accusations, nothing. Just, I fucked a celebrity.
Yeah,
go back to rehab.
If anything, the evidence for her is against her. Like, her own evidence is against her. The text messages that she sent are against her. Her description of a previous, not rape, but sort of rape is the same. Her faking a pregnancy for months shows she will go to lengths to lie about men and to men to hurt them. And multiple other admissions in her videos that are also backed up by her friend who never takes off his Sailor Moon shirt, apparently, ever. Like, that's the only shirt that fucking guy owns, apparently. So it's actually to the contrary that all her evidence is against her. So me questioning this is actually 100% true. And actually, anybody who questions Enzo is the one that's fucked up. Believe it or not, you're on the wrong side of the fence. Mrs. No means no. I know no means no, but we don't know if no means no happened. That's the point, you dumb fuck. We don't fucking know if it happened.
Willing until it you know, fell on her face and made her look like a bad person.
You know what?
And Sarvarod in the chat says, no means let's get it on because I'm dyslexic, so no is on.
Yeah, in both situations, both guys did this. In her 2-year-ago boyfriend situation, she just went there for whatever, and the next thing you know, flip, rip, stick, boom, slam, chim, and it went in. And then she couldn't say no quick enough. So that's what happened 2 years ago, and now with Enzo, now it's happened again, except for when she's laying in bed with him afterwards, she says, I'm laying in bed with a famous wrestler. So, I'm sorry.
This is going to sound terrible, especially coming from me of all people, but I the way Enzo's attitude is, he's himself 24/7. What you see in the ring is really what he's like, apparently with friends, backstage. He's got that grind, that hustle, that it rubs people the wrong way. And I'm sure, I can guarantee you, he said that, I got 1 million followers, you should be begging for this dick. If she didn't want it, though, I don't picture him, harping on it. He had women throwing himself at him at shows, at, venues, at bars. I just don't see it. I don't see him risking everything and forcing a girl into a scenario when it's mind-boggling. It really is.
I don't deny that he probably said that Twitter comment too or whatever.
Oh,
I've got a million
I
followers.
He said that. I got 1 million followers. You should be begging for it. But
someone posted on Twitter, because Enzo used to date Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
You go, how do you go from a porterhouse steak to fucking Spam in a can?
Yeah, she is the behind the dumpster
that's the remnants
special.
of Spam. That looks like me with a wig if I was.
She
skinny.
is
My God.
4'11" though, man. She could jump all over that thing.
Looks or not, I mean, it's still just the whole scenario. If she's telling the truth, I don't want to completely chastise her and knock her down. It's just it doesn't seem legit. Now, if this was Enzo saying all this shit and he didn't look believable or credible, I'd be attacking, not even attacking, but I'd be questioning him the same way. It's not like we're playing favorites because he's a wrestler or he's, a guy. It's just what the evidence proves. It makes her out to look non-believable and like a liar. She looks like she's trying to gain everything here.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. So
I mean, the thing is, though, he is a cruiserweight, so they're known for spots. So the whole flip thing, boom, that could be
flip, boom.
205
He's a
live.
master of it.
Well, no, at one point she did in the TMZ interview kind of like suggest a wrestling move happened to her. Because she goes, then he put my arms around me, and then he did one of these moves that I don't know what they call it. And like it was like she was insinuating that he used a wrestling move on her.
It's called anal.
See,
Like thinking that would make people, like I don't think she knows how wrestling works. Like nobody that got raped, I mean most likely nobody that got raped, the pro wrestler would put a wrestling hold on them to hold them down while they did it.
unless it was Benoit.
Like she is claiming, and with a straight face, with a straight face,
You should have tapped out.
she is.
Fuck.
Oh my God! What the fucking Christ? What the fuck? No, she is claiming though that not only was she raped, and there's no crying, there's no nervousness, except for she looks up and around a little bit like she's thinking, and in her video she's not upset. And that could be explained away because she is kind of crazy. So like I admit that she is definitely a little bit whacked out. So she could be raped, and her response to rape could be different than another girl. Another girl might be emotional and like, oh my God, and like, but she might not be like that. She might just be like, yeah, whatever, it happened. You know, I could see that, but she still doesn't seem right. And also, this is like she's claiming like rape with force, like very forceful type rape. Like you said no, but fuck you, I'm raping you. Like that's what it was. It wasn't just like, oh, I was drugged and then he did it and I didn't know it was happening, or I tried to say no but it was already kind of happening. It was weird. Like none of that stuff. She's claiming like full on that he was like, shut the fuck up. Like that's what she's claiming. Like that he basically like disregarded and actually like basically raped her. Absolutely. Like there isn't in her story. It's not like a flim-flammy sort of type thing that happens sometimes. It was like he knew, and she said no. He carried her into another room, ripped her clothes off, like all these things. So that's a very, and you know, Good Mike said it best, and I keep talking about it because he just said it perfectly. Because I was thinking the same thing, but then the way he said it made me laugh. But it was like there's one of these people is a fucking horrible person. We don't know which one is yet. But one of these people, like, and you know, you can make fun of her for her drugs and her weirdness and all this other shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna count her as a horrible person yet because of that. I don't really know her. Enzo Amore, yeah, he's kind of lavish and crazy and you know, annoying to people sometimes, but I'm still not gonna call him a horrible person for that. But somebody is going up on the Richter scale here. Somebody is fucking sick. Either Enzo Amore is a sick rapist, or this chick is a psycho cunt who needs to go away. We don't know which one of those it is yet. I feel a little bit sort of nervous about sort of saying that, because if somebody got raped, like, so that's why I will wait for the actual evidence to come out to figure out what's going on here. But just looking at what we have in front of us, like, I'm sorry, there's a reason why we don't believe her really yet, because it doesn't seem right. And she her own videos are up. These are on her YouTube page. They're still up. And her gay friend came out and said that she's crazy. On top of it, like, her own friends are coming out to say that she's not credible and she's a liar. So I'm sorry, I never like to just kind of go one way, but I am sliding into Enzo's area here, and I don't mean his
Yeah,
area.
his camp.
Yeah. Let's see if you guys can hear these. Can you hear these?
Yep.
Fuck yeah! Look at that. Some donations coming in.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Hey guys, got a question. Who are you guys 3 surprise entrances in the Rumble 2 realistically? Can be in there and not that is not realistic. Mine 2 REC3 and MVP.
Wow.
And non-realistic
good
is Al Snow, #head.
I actually was gonna say Al Snow. Al Snow's one of my picks, so I hope Al Snow shows up. WC Mikey,
That'd be awesome
hey
if he
Jake.
did.
It's gonna be awesome. The chick might be a bigger piece of crap than Ken, says Mikey. Oh my god. No, but yeah, I got Al Snow as one. Anybody else, real quick?
I think EC3 is a credible one. For some reason, I thought like maybe they might throw in Henry or Big Show just as like a fucking random vet that just comes back for the sake of it.
Yeah, I've got the
I can
list
see
here.
that.
The 17 confirmed entrants already. You know, from Raw and SmackDown, but
Jesus, that's it?
that's it. So they've got 13 open spots. So I'm thinking we're gonna get
We need a
quite a
lot of
few NXT people. Maybe even like the Boogeyman, some type of gimmick people like that.
I'm fine with that. I love Boogeyman.
I do too, so that'd be cool. And I'm gonna say Batista, just to be out there.
I'm sorry, someone in the chat just fucking run. Oh boy, look at this.
This is one of my favorite donations.
It's always all lies. Everything he lies. Something inside dies. Everything he said. It's always all lies. Everything he says. It's always all lies.
Tommy.
Tommy's so fake. 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 So goddamn fake. Tommy's so 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 fake. So goddamn fake.
There's a reason why this one used to be a $100 donation.
There are women that will fake deaths and other fucked up shit to make a guy's life living. Hell, fuck this ginger bitch. She obviously has no soul. On more important news, I'm gonna rip and sticking boom boom my cock.
Rip, stick, flip. Rip, stick, flip. Rip pants, something, boom. Hey, the Goon. Hey, my daughter's a redhead, you fuck. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Goon? I love you, Goon. Somebody
Doesn't mean
said,
she has a soul.
shit bum.
Make a remix of the Saliva song Click Click Boom. Enzo come running and
that's
slam
good.
on the bed. Flip stick. Boom. Credit goes to Nuldith.
Oh, my God.
Great.
Bulldog
Click,
Club,
cunt,
thank you.
poon.
Click, click, boom. Poon.
Click, cunt.
Bulldog, thank you, man. I'm afraid to do. I don't really want to do it yet until like when if we find out she's a liar, like I'll do it. But right
we don't
now,
want to be harassing or making fun of a possible rape victim.
yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm not
any more than
we've already done here. Rob Diaz says, Joe, remember Psycho Dad from Al Bundy? Psycho
This
cunt.
crack horn needs to go back sniffing cocaine off dicks.
Oh my God. She looks like she does it good though. Like she's all like, cause she's got photos of her like humping stuff like on GIFs. Go look her up. There's tons of stuff. She's a bunny rabbit.
Kane and I'm donating.
She is fuck lying. You can tell by what she is saying. She's lied before and she's a Fizco. Her and Scott are perfect
Fizco.
for each other.
What the fuck is wrong with this app, bro? It says Psycho all the time. She's a Fisco.
Two people said that she admitted to lying
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Oh. 2 people said that she admitted to lying in a YouTube video, and it was removed by a user. Leah just showed me.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
See?
Fucking Fisco.
Wow.
Those crazy Fiscos, my friend.
Goddamn Fisco. Thanks, Broken Lion. Appreciate that, Broken Lion. Oh, now Broken Lion's resubbing for the 4th time, I think.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
Broken Lion, thank you for the sub, bro. If you guys want to sub and if you guys are Amazon Prime members, if you're an Amazon Prime member, I believe it's free, I think.
Yeah, still free.
It's free for you guys to sub. So I get paid, and it's free for you to sub, and you should get a special emote if they ever approve my goddamn emotes, or emoticons, or whatever you call them. But whatever, you're helping me out, and it's free to do it. So feel free to hit that sub button, sub to the channel on the side or on the top or wherever it is on your phone, and it's free. So
and Matt the Misfit brought this up yesterday or the day before, but Enzo wore a shirt to Monday Night Raw, the 25th anniversary, and the front said "Today is the best day of my life," and the back said "Can't wait for tomorrow." It's like, oh no, Enzo!
You can't make that shit up. You can't make that shit up.
I saw the pictures of him there, like outside the arena, and he's like thumbs up, smiling with the belt, and it's like, "Can't wait for tomorrow." You're fired.
Yeah. Oops.
You know what's funny? There's a picture of Nia Jax with Drew Gulak, and Drew Gulak is wearing the exact same shirt.
Yeah, he's next. Hey, Bank Santana, thank you for subscribing. Bank Santana just subbed. So
that
Banks,
belt is cursed, though. Think
that.
about it. TJP is relegated to obscurity.
Joe, are you fucking me tonight? You didn't fuck me last night or Friday night, so I expect a
You're gonna get it.
dick in my ass later.
You're gonna get the
Flip
dick.
stick, boom.
My name is Duke Nukem, and I'm inside you now. Cronin's male sex slave. What's up, Cronin's male sex slave? Yeah, I'm coming for you tonight. I'm coming for you hard.
Thrust, boom.
Stick, thrust, boom, tonight. Cronin's male sex slave. You watch what happens tonight. I'm going to sodomize you, Cronin's male sex slave.
Step 1, flip. Step 2, stick. Step 3 through 6, thrust. Step 7, boom.
Oh, my God.
Boom.
Step 8, repeat steps 1 through 7.
Step 9, sandwich.
Is that really the song? Someone sent it to me.
I think so, yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it at all.
That sounds weird.
It did sound weird. What about this one? That sounded really strange. There's really nothing to... It sounds terrible. Flip, stick, poon.
On Saturday, the kids... Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of get weird like that. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I hated that song. I hated all that. I don't like those the bands. I hated the bands where like kind of like the douchey guy who was in the school all of a sudden was into music.
Like POD, Saliva.
Yeah, like the guy that should have been the football guy who was beating people up, or like he was a cool guy, but for some reason now he's in a band. It's like, yeah, but his douchiness spilled over into the band. Yeah. It seemed to be like Limp Bizkit was like that. POD was kind of like that.
Limp
Saliva.
Bizkit didn't start out like that though, because I liked them in the beginning.
I did like their first CD.
More heavy rap rock.
But still, I mean, they were Limp Bizkit was kind of like that. They were like,
Yeah, they changed quick. Once they got into that Chocolate Starfish era, then it went downhill. But the original, like break stuff and
Limp Bizkit was like the crossover of like the football players would have made fun of the Freaks, like the Korn people.
Yeah.
But
when them and Korn did All in the Family, it was badass,
Yeah, they really broke free. It's weird because in my school we didn't have problems really. Like I mean, it's funny you watch all those movies, especially in the mid-90s and stuff. Like there's always the cliques and everybody didn't like each other. My school was bizarre. Like maybe we achieved some kind of zen at the time, but my school was like there was those cliques everywhere. Like there was the football kids, there was the freak kids, there was the other kids, whatever. And I remember a little bit of this when we were first getting there, like in 9th grade, and like some of the older kids were still like this. But by the time it was 10th grade, like the whole school was just like, whatever. Like the football player would come over to sit at the table with the goth kids, and we would talk about something, like we'd give, like they'd be over there like, oh yeah, I heard I like Korn or something, like, and then we'd be talking about some other shit like Opeth or Pantera, and then like whatever. Then we'd go to the football game like to cheer them too, but like all the fucking goth kids were in black, you know what I mean? And like they did have the stigma that you would think they did, but everybody got along. It was fucking weird. Like everybody got along. Like the girls, the cheerleaders, the football players, the goth kids, the punk kids. Like, yeah, it was weird, dude. And I got along with everybody, but it was just like everyone got, it's real. And even the Asian kids who were like, because we have a heavy Asian population where my high school was, and they didn't speak very good English, a lot of them, some of them. And we got along with them, and like, it was like they crossed over and like they would help us all with our math homework. It was amazing. Priscilla Chan was in my school. I was in a class with her in early 9th or 10th grade. She ended up marrying the fucking Mark Zuckerberg, who owns Facebook. Like, I mean, Jesus. I don't know, dude. Like, it was weird. I mean, our school, like, everybody just got, it was like Star Trek or something at our school, you know? It's really
there
weird.
was a lot of, like, cliques that interceded and were intertwined with each other in our school, but it was like everybody kind of kept to their own. So it was odd. It was like mini concentration camps. Everybody was miserable, but they all were miserable together.
Yeah. Middle school. I can identify. Middle school was like that for me. It was like that in middle school. It was weird. Although I was with the cooler kids, so it didn't matter. But I know what you mean. And in some days I would dress in like black. I would dress because I was in a band, so I would dress like whatever I would dress like. And then other days I was like, oh, I like football, and I just throw on a pair of jeans and a football jersey. So I would just look different every goddamn day. But anyway, let's get back to wrestling. Now that we all reflected on our high school lives.
That's right.
Okay, so
before we do that, happy birthday, Sir Cardinal.
Oh shit!
40.
Happy birthday, Sir Cardinal.
Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday, you sorry sack of shit.
Getting naked. I wanted to bring this up really quick before we get into, like, you know, the main topic at hand.
Okay.
We have 17 names here. We got Cena, Nakamura, Balor, Orton, Miz, Elias, Corbin, Woken, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt.
Dallas.
Corbin Dallas. Yeah, Aiden English, Rusev, Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, Ty Dillinger, which he announced on SmackDown that he's still alive. Ty Dillinger's, I guess, going to be a part of the Rumble at number 10 again. You know, watch. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. So all three members of the New Day. That's it.
Can we have Ty? Can we reset
people.
Ty after this? Can we reset him? Can we have him come out 10, pretend like nothing happened before, and then he can actually have some sort of a push on SmackDown?
That'd be great.
Nothing did happen before, so
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, you figure last year when he entered the Rumble, he was not on the main roster, so maybe this year will be the catalyst to him actually doing something important.
Yeah, I would love for that to happen. I hope it does happen.
But that leaves 13 spots. I mean, we have people like Carl and Luke, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, The Miz Taraj, The Revival, Heath Slater, Rhino, Kurt Hawkins, Jason Jordan, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Cesaro, Goldust, Kane, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar. You know, it depends on what happens with the championship matches. For SmackDown, we got Harper, Rowan, Breezango, Mojo, Ryder, Mahal, Owens, and Sami Zayn, AJ Styles. Again, they're in the handicap main event. But Usos, Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin. Obviously, they have a tag team championship, but still, we got the Ascension, Mike Kanellis. So, I mean, we're also supposedly going to see entrance from Pete Dunne. And then EC3 is heavily rumored as well. So, Pete Dunne would be awesome to see.
I'd be shocked by EC3. I feel like EC3 is someone they'd want to bring in NXT, and that's it. And I would be shocked for an EC3 to show up at the Rumble, to me.
I think that would be great if he does show up, but
even if he goes back to NXT after this, because I said he would be perfect in NXT because I feel like they're missing strong top heels.
Yeah. Aside
from Adam Cole, I think that he would be a beautiful fit for NXT. So I'd be fine with him showing up at number 3.
Can you imagine if they let him go on the mic and just be like, EC3, I'm the shit? Like, I feel like he would be, like, legitimately, he can be a little bit of like what Enzo's like when Enzo gets real on the mic, but he's bigger. He looks more like a champion that they would want. He's probably better in the ring. Yeah. And the only thing you won't have is his great TNA music, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to do really well, and if they can bring in Eli Drake as well at some point, like, those guys can talk. I would love those guys to be able to talk and go after it. I feel like, even Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode right now is sort of reminds me of not Randy Orton, but he a little bit like where he's talking safe because he's a good guy. Bobby Roode is good at talking, but he's much better at speaking as a heel. He just
I agree, hands down.
But Eli Drake and EC3 are better than Bobby, I think, unless Bobby's getting like real serious. I don't know what it is, but right now WWE Bobby Roode is more, safe. But Bobby's great, but they could all be good. And I don't know if they'll get the mic time to be allowed to do that. So, I mean, we talk about this all the time. It's funny. We always talk about this. Oh, this guy could show up and be really good. Yes, he'll be really good in NXT. But the main roster is all bets are off for the main roster. 80% failure chance. 80% chance of failure of anybody going to the main roster. But I would say 90% chance of success when going to NXT.
Exactly. So that's a great point.
I hate saying this, but this kind of brings back that point of when Triple H does eventually take over the business, at least I'm assuming he's going to.
The business.
After either Vince steps down, passes away, whatever it is, and I hate saying it like in that negative sense, but it does make you wonder how much is the main roster going to change? Is it really going to, be more like NXT Plus where it was before, or is it going to be what it is now and just a continuation of that? I feel like I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, there was a great point recently. What was the thing that Vince wanted to do? And it was the list, I think it was. Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always gets me because that's where, and my hope, here's my hope. I hope that Vince opens up the door for Triple H to sort of run it, but Vince is still in charge and in the background, and I wish that Vince would still have input, at least. I hope that that's what happens. I hope Vince says, you are in charge, but I'm going to give you my input or something. And, I don't know if he's ever capable of doing that. It feels like you have to pry it from his cold, dead hands. But he said that the Jericho said, he would allow us to do this list thing. That was the night, right? Wasn't that the night where he was going to say, wait, my name's also on this?
Yeah, the Festival of Friendship. He was at Owens and Jericho did an interview basically how originally they were going to scrap the list altogether, and Kevin Owens was just going to blast him from behind, and he's like, no, that's stupid, and they explained all the reasons why, it's supposed to be dramatic, it's supposed to be this, and he goes, no, it's too comedic, and he goes, no, and Jericho, I'll fucking, Vince wasn't there, and so he's fighting with Triple H, I think, on it. He's like, I'll call Vince, and he did, and they ended up going with it, and Triple H is like, yeah, good call. So yeah, you're right, it's moments like that where I'm like, how is this gonna go?
And I think
I think Vince is
both
still
right.
laughing at his own jokes. He loves fart jokes. He's down for the things that are a little bit more outlandish.
But this is a great
where
point.
Triple H is more serious.
Right. This is a great point, Jake. That Triple H is way more serious, but for the main roster and what they were doing, the comedic thing was perfect to do. It actually worked.
Yeah,
great.
It was required. That made that night angle.
That was a time where Vince was right. Vince is right a lot. People don't give him credit. He was so right about that. And you got to give credit to Triple H because Triple H said you're right. I was wrong about that. So at least Triple H even saw that. So maybe I feel like that's a great moment for Triple H too, because as much as we want the NXT and the realism and all that stuff, which does work great, there's still that little thing of sometimes that does work. And maybe Triple H sees that and remembers that now going forward and thinks in the future if they were going to do something that was maybe a little too whatever, maybe Triple H would be like, man, Vince would have loved this and, this might work. Whereas he might not have done that before because he was too nope, I know NXT always works. Let's do it this way. And the truth is in the middle with these guys. But, so if you could take everything Triple H is doing in NXT and sprinkle a little Vince McMahon on it, I think it would be fucking perfect. But if you take everything Vince is doing and just sprinkle a little Triple H on it, it's not quite working as well. I think it needs to be flip-flopped.
What we're basically getting now.
Properly. Exactly.
Yeah, we are getting that now, it seems like. So it's good. But
another example of Vince's thing is Sami Zayn. Because when he turned Sami heel, he's like, I guess Vince pulled Sami aside and said, make sure you smile and dance when you go out there. And Sami's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm a heel. And then he realized how it was just meant to be obnoxious and annoying. He goes, "Oh my god, he's fucking right," and how it just got
it grates
more
on your nerves.
Right, exactly. So that was Vince's direct call.
Yeah,
I mean, he still got it as far as making characters.
I bet you Vince didn't like that. I bet you Vince when he would do his dancing as a good guy. I bet you Vince was fucking irritated by it.
Yeah, annoyed him.
Sammy said that he was. Well, I just thought that as wait, does that mean Vince finds that annoying whenever I do that in real life?
I bet he does because Vince Vince does. He likes those guys that are serious and like look like really big. And Sammy doesn't. Sammy's got a flat body with and he's
rather lanky. He's
kind of a
skinny,
goofball.
oblong.
And Vince don't like goofballs, from what we can understand from everybody we've spoken to who's back there.
Yeah, I mean, and like you guys said, speaking of Triple H today, during the conference call, he's very straightforward. Like, he has a plan that's laid out, and this is what's going to happen. And unless somebody gets injured or whatnot, but there's no straying from it, is how I feel. Like, he has his mind made up, and this is how it's going to play out. He doesn't like to call audibles, from what I've seen and read and heard. Sometimes you need to change up the finish. You have to react to the crowd. Oh, the crowd's not feeling this tonight, so have the refs switch the ending, But for Triple H, it feels like once he makes up his mind, that's it. He was talking about the Iconic Duo, and he said they've had such a good year. They were nominated for several NXT awards. And basically, they need, they've gotten all they can out of NXT, but they still need some more reps to prepare and be ready for the opportunity. And I thought it was an odd statement saying, they had get all of it, as, in the sentence he was saying, but they still needed to prepare and be ready for the opportunity. I just found it odd. He's like, when the time is right, they'll smash their opportunity. For years to come, they'll be able to wow fans. And he said that their call-up is not as far away as you think it's going to be. Okay, great. But, it's just kind of contradicting when you say, yeah, they've done all they can in NXT, they're ready, but they need to prepare more. It's statements like that kind of throw you back. Do they not feel that they're ready, or does he just not want to move them up? Does he know that they're going to be hindered on the main roster? So is this his way of saving somebody?
It could just be a blanket statement to kind of protect anybody from getting speculation about them getting called up. I agree it's a very odd statement, but
yeah,
it could be just something to blanket to cover his ass.
But he did the same thing with Ronda Rousey. He went ahead today and we had a huge update saying her contract was finalized, right? We saw, everything but the price, but deals, agreements, even some, dates were being thrown around, things like this, and how she's going to change the face of the women's division. And then today, during the conference call, where's the direct quote here? Triple H says,
"Stay tuned."
Basically, yeah, that's what he said. He said that, no deal has been finalized yet, and it may be a while, because the issue is she wants to, she really respects and loves the business. And it's not fair for her not to be able to be all in. And when she eventually steps into the squared circle, she's too busy now, so she wants to do it at a point where she's able to make this her number one focus. So, again, it's just contradictory. He does that a lot. So does this mean that, the rumors are false, she's not going to be a part of the Rumble? Does it mean the contract hasn't been signed yet? Or is this just him trying to fight away speculation? So... he also did announce, for NXT TakeOver this coming weekend, we have Almas versus Gargano, obviously, in the main event, and Cassius Ohno will now go up against Velveteen Dream. So that's going to be a good match. Did we lose Joe?
Did we?
I think we did.
Sorry, guys, my mic might be a little low because I'm on my Xbox actually right now. My computer's going through an update.
Yeah, let's call back into Joe. I'm going to hang up here.
Okay, I'm sorry about that delay. Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, there we go.
There you are.
I never left. I just left you guys on for a second while I muted my mic.
Oh.
No, it dropped you from the call from us.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
were
didn't know
there,
that.
and then all of a sudden it said you disconnected.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know what happened then.
Because we heard us on the stream, but then all of a sudden we lost you.
Back though. I'm just checking the stream
Yeah.
now. I think we're back.
We are good to go. That was really weird. It dropped you from Skype in the call because it was just him and I. So just
No.
Technical difficulties out of nowhere.
Well,
you gotta
well,
love Skype.
I don't know where we were, but
We were
Something
just
about something about flip, trip, stick, rip, and boom.
that happened to me once.
Retro said I hacked the show because I want to go solo. Damn straight. You know, it's about time. No, it's just that Cassius Ohno and Velveteen Dream, their match was announced for TakeOver Saturday. That's
so
gonna be awesome.
This is the first takeover that I have no idea. Like, I haven't paid any attention to it yet at all.
You don't really need to though with the takeovers.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah,
beauty
that's
of
kind
them.
of the thing. You know, I've yet to see NXT from last
Honestly,
week.
Joe, the build-up is only in 2 matches. It's the title match and the Aleister Black Adam Cole. Really, there hasn't been a whole lot of build in any other matches. But I mean, shit, the takeovers never really disappoint.
Yeah,
And Samoa Joe's confirmed for a TakeOver appearance as well Saturday.
Not like he's going to do anything else, really.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Which
walk out
it's
there.
odd, but
But Jake, going back to the whole thing about the Rumble, like they've only
Yes.
announced 17 names. I'm worried that we're going to get a lot of disappointments because remember what happened? Like I don't know about you, but last year when Roman was number 30, right? I don't know about you, but like for when like they announced like a good like I think like 26 or 25 names, right? So I figure okay, they'll throw in a couple of surprise guys, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. But then like you do out the math, and by the time we got to like number 26, we had like Goldberg, Lesnar, Taker, someone else, and then number 30. And like you do out the math, and Enzo was one of like the surprise opponents, and he got tossed, obviously.
yeah,
And then
he was in the outskirts, you know, trying to talk himself up to go and get in the ring with Braun, I believe.
Right. So so it was like just so when Roman came out, I think it was a combination of disappointment between fucking what do you call it? The surprise entrance being not really that fantastic because I don't even remember any like major surprises. And then when Roman came out, it was like a double fuck over, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm worried that that's going to be the exact same thing this time around. Where we're like, okay,
You know what they're gonna do is Roman's gonna get attacked before the Rumble or whatever, and like number 30 will come out, but then later on, like his music will hit and he'll come out like 31, but.
ladies and gentlemen,
You know,
I've
it
just
certainly
been
is
informed there is
possible.
a 30.5 man Royal Rumble.
No, they're gonna be like King, or no, King's not here anymore. Corey Booker, Roman never came into the Rumble earlier. He got attacked. No, what, Leah?
That's what I was gonna say. They'll play.
Oh, they do that shit.
And then it'll get to the end. And then the stream will come
No, seriously, can you imagine? Like Roman comes out,
Yeah,
he gets
I know.
blindsided by Miz,
Oh my God.
and then Roman just stays outside the ring, and
Dude.
then they have the person who thinks he won, and then oh my God, Philly will there will be murders in the streets.
Philly will kill somebody. Imagine they had Roman eliminate like Shinsuke and eliminate like everybody, like just to purposely get heat.
Yeah, all the people that you thought were going to be the possible winners. Like if Dolph Ziggler is in there, he throws him
Fucking
out. He throws
taste the
Nakamura
heat.
out. Yeah,
That would be so messed up, bro. Let's see what we got for nations here.
yeah. You figure there's only going to be probably about 5 surprise entrants.
Can you hear these?
No.
Oh, of course.
$9
Lost that.
for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick. Jake DeMarco's dick.
Stephanie on commentary for the Women's Rumble. Try the flip, rip, stick, boom with Leah.
Try the flip, rip, stick, boom with Leah. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try flip, rip, stick, boom with Leah. Trey, thank you for the $9. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll talk about Stephanie on commentary. And now Null Death.
No death. Flip, stick, rip,
Name is
boom.
Kane and I'm donating.
Flip, rip, stick, boom. Flip, rip, stick, boom.
Don't you hate it when those fucking Fiscos accuse people of rape? Especially the drug-using, dick-swallowing for sandwiches. If she's lying, I hope she gets a broomstick in the anus.
If she's
click, click, boom in that FICO's box.
in the FICO's box. No Death, thanks for the 666. If she's not lying, if it's real, like, I don't know, I'll buy her a purse or something. I don't know. But it's like, no way. I don't know what's going on. We'll find out what happens. No Death. Thank you, though, man. I appreciate that. I really think she's not telling the truth, and I hope she's not, because
Shit bomb.
She makes all real rape
Women's
victims look
Championship
bad.
match at WrestleMania will be Rich Swann versus Enzo Amore with Sue Young and Philomena as the special guest referees.
Sue Young and Philomena. CJ Crumb, what's up? CJ Crumb, thanks for becoming a $5
Shit bomb.
Appreciate that, CJ Crumb. Love you. Love your ass, CJ Crumb. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. Man, Philomena, special referee. She's like
rape
4
allegory disaster.
She's 4 feet tall, though, so, you know. AJX Moore. AJX Moore, thank you for subscribing to the Twitch channel. I appreciate that very much. We have another subscriber. Thank you for supporting everything here. And also, shout out to the people that have been supporting on Patreon. If I look at my Patreon stuff, I see that we got Daniel Mercado, $5 a month. Lumpy316, $5. Brody Campbell went up to $50 a month. We talked about that. Tyler Adams at $5. 10x10 at $5. Jordan Martin, Danny O'Malley, Michael Eaton, Eric Arnold, Michael Torres, Frog the Kid. Thank you guys for all being new patrons recently to Patreon. And now we got Broken Line. One more thing. I hope Matt will be the Rumble winner. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't think it's gonna happen. I would like Matt Hardy to at least have a Rumble moment, like where he gets in there and then Bray Wyatt's in there and they're like, oh, here we go. Like this, it's not big enough to hold these two. Whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck.
I have some news about that, so remind me to bring that up after the donations come through.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're making our way through them. How many more we got left here? Let's see. Broken Line. Thank you for the 316. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more alerts to go, or 4 more alerts to go. So let's see what we got for alerts. What's up to everybody in the chat? Everybody, everybody make the chat explode. Let's set a record in the chat. Everybody, right now in the chat, tell me if Enzo is guilty or not guilty in the chat. Is Enzo guilty or not guilty?
Jesus.
Just go ahead. Just make the decision for yourself without any evidence. Cryptoplasty, thanks for the 30 bits.
I think I'm going to say, let's go follow another Asian stream on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, remember that? We got to look that up. That was hilarious.
That was so much
Forgot
fun.
about that.
And then they fucking invaded the chat. We see like Joe Cronin shit in their chat.
Hey, don't you know Joe Cronin, you bitches? Like somebody VVRVVY. Thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. Look at that little star. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was funny, dude. Fucking do that to Keem.
I didn't. Yeah, well, he's not on Twitch, is he?
Not anymore. Yeah, they like banned him or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shock!
Again. But they banned him this time. They didn't ban him for what he did on Twitch. They banned him for things he said on Twitter. So they legitimately went and looked at his Twitter and were like, "We're banning you for that." What are the chances Kenny Omega being a surprise entrant in the Rumble this year? Narb Spankaho.
Slim.
0.
None.
Just like
he signed
last
a new
year.
contract with Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just like last year, 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because last year he told us he wouldn't be there, which I guess
Yeah.
could have been lying. But.
He's not going to be there this year. He just signed again, like you know, Connor said, with New Japan. Big Cass still isn't cleared. I heard that his injury is going to be holding him out a bit past WrestleMania. So
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
people wanted to bring that up as well. One of the things that really upset me on Raw 25 was the fact that not only did Matt Hardy lose, but Woken Matt Hardy lost clean, and in between 2 commercial breaks in less than 4 minutes.
There was a lot about Raw 25 that was a fucking disappointment.
Oh, absolutely. But that was one of the things that really stood out. So Legend Mathai sent me this on Twitter before, and apparently the reason Creative had for him losing is because Matt tweeted out after the fact, "I've had a prolific premonition. Following my setback in the Great War at Raw 25, I've been mandated by the 7 deities to return and focus on my broken beginnings. My magic is most potent at the Hardy compound." So they're setting up their final deletion. So Matt is supposed to have a big spot and moment in the Rumble that builds their fight to happen at Elimination Chamber with the deletion match.
So it's going to go, because that's originally what I thought they would do. They would have a deletion.
Yeah, that's what you called, Joe, yeah.
Deletion at the Chamber and a real match at WrestleMania. So if that's unless they don't have some kind of match at WrestleMania and he does something else, but
yeah, so you were spot on there.
If that's what happens,
I thought they would push it to Mania, but fuck.
Well, apparently they're worried, as I had said too, from what I had read, doing it at Mania because they had bad reactions with viewing things on screens recently.
Yeah. No.
You know, 60-inch screen didn't work well for the Manhattan Center, so people were pretty taken aback and upset with that.
Can't imagine
and
that.
To have people watch the deletion, they don't want to do it in the realm of the House of Horrors. They want it fully produced and pre-taped. They don't want to do it like where they're off-site and then arrive to the arena.
Right.
They want to have the entire match be, and to do that at WrestleMania, they feel like people would feel cheapened or robbed.
Yeah, I think they're right.
Because WWE is good about not doing that,
It'd be way better for Hardy to say, we had to delete, I deleted, but how do you go have another match after you supposedly deleted or didn't delete somebody? That's the other thing to think about. Right?
You could do like a TLC or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's so final. Like, I'm going to delete you. Like, but I mean, it's easy. I mean, it could be like, well, I didn't fully delete Bray Wyatt, although I broken and battered his soul and his body.
Well, like, you don't want to know one of the rumblings. It's so stupid, but he'll delete Bray, and then Bray will come back as Sister Abigail.
Oh.
And then he'll finish off Sister Abigail at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so we get Sister Abba-Bray.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as you said that, I'm like, yep, I could completely 100% believe that.
He'll be on the ground, like, laughing.
The angle with Balor, and they feel like it could have worked, so they want to try it out.
Yeah, that's exactly what they...
And at Mania, though?
Something about Bray coming out wearing a cheesecloth at WrestleMania just sounds so fucked.
Dude, I hope he comes out in a wedding gown. That'd be so amazing.
I know this isn't wrestling related, but you guys have got to hear this. I swear on my daughter, this is not one bit exaggeration. I wanted to get a picture, but I couldn't get it. So I went for my injections today, right? I had to go for the freaking steroid treatments. And I'm sitting there in the doctor's office, and this grown man who looks like an amalgamation between... your typical 60-year-old pervert and Hacksaw Jim Duggan walks in a fucking dress. I shit you not. The guy walks in. He's got a big beard, all scruffy, shaggy long hair. It's kind of like salt and pepperish, and he's wearing a white fucking muumuu.
Well, say that, Jake. Well,
the dress comes a little bit above his knee, and that's it. So I was so taken aback. He's got work boots, higher, like half knee socks, and a fucking right above. No, he's not a trans though. This is what I found out. The doctor, he's really, really cool. I don't want to say his name is Dream.
Oh my God.
But he always makes me laugh, and he's like, this fucking guy. I told him last time, you got to get the injections either in your lower back or your ass cheeks. And the guy is a painter apparently, and doesn't like taking off his work clothes and his overalls, because they have like the painter jumpsuits. Yeah. And the guy complains that it's too much to do just to get the injections. So now he comes in wearing a dress. So he doesn't have to go ahead and pull down his pants to have the injections done.
That's not a bad idea.
It was all fine with one day at the doctor's office when they told him to flip stick, rip, and boom.
But he's not wearing underwear, Joe.
He's not wearing underwear?
The doctor's making me laugh. He's like, his cock's so small, and that's what he wants to show off to everybody. I said, at least if he got a thong, it wouldn't be so bad. Maybe a little bit of lace he could show off for you. But he wears...
way too much thought into this.
He wears a goddamn dress, and I couldn't get past it. So
right, to save himself the embarrassment.
I guess.
You just you put the shorts on, then you pull the pants down underneath the skirt, right? That's all good.
You should wear something under the dress if you're going to wear a dress. Not just work boots.
I guess that's the part that makes me laugh the most is that they fucking wearing work boots with a dress. Like, that clearly clashes.
Yeah, work boots, those high white socks, and just his balls.
To me, that says you To me, that says you want something weirdly sexual to happen to you. Like, I don't know why.
Right? But I agree with you. And he's got back hair sticking out of the back of that. You know, like at the back part, he's got this long, scruffy, looks like, you know, this coming out of his back. Like, it just, it does not work. It was very disturbing.
Real quick, a lot of people have mentioned they wanted me to talk about the Chase Field thing. Yes, I heard about it, like, the minute it happened. I like outdoor stuff, so I like different venues and outdoor things. So the fact that it's a baseball field, right? It's the Diamondbacks field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
I mean that's huge
I
for
love
them.
it.
I mean, it's a gigantic place for them to sell out.
Good luck.
And you know, it'll be the second outdoor rumble, and I mean that's a, you know,
the first outdoor rumble.
good luck selling it.
first outdoor rumble.
Good luck
no,
selling
you're
it
right.
out in a fucking
Second
Arizona.
baseball field. That's what it was.
Jesus, good luck to them, man. That's going to be a tough sell. They better have Hulk Hogan sodomize a midget in the middle of the ring at some point, because otherwise, I don't know what's going to sell that thing. Matt the Misfit's on the phone. What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, bud?
What's up?
So you were talking about surprise entrance, and I made the joke. Vanguard 1 is going to make an appearance in the Royal Rumble.
Oh my God.
Well, I think that's what they're going for, to have somebody from the Hardy family show up. Maybe even Brother Nero. You know, they had him during the commercial
be
break
cleared
on
though,
Raw
first?
25. And
Don't think he's quite cleared in time for the Rumble. I think he's
not,
going to be
not
cleared
to
before
wrestle,
Mania.
but he might show up to do something. So
But what if Matt says it's true? Like, what if Vanguard wants an actual entrant?
That'd be great. Actually.
that would be cool. It'd be kind of a waste, but it would be cool. So I feel like a good 60% of the crowd would be all for it. The other 40% would be like, why is there a goddamn drone?
Well, no, he's been teasing that on social media about Vanguard 1. I think at this point, especially because you got to remember where the Rumble's at. It's in Philly. It's a smart crowd, so they're going to instantly know.
Yeah, that's true. But you figure maybe they should have introduced it to other fans beforehand. I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know. It's kind of, it goes both ways.
Hey, they've done worse things. Raw 25.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what NXT guy I would like to see in the Rumble? And it might actually happen?
What was that?
The Beast from Belfast himself, Killian Dane.
That would be cool.
Now, I had this idea, but now since he's going to be in the Universal title match, I had the idea of what if Braun Strowman's in there, and then all of a sudden Killian Dane is in there, and those two go at it.
Yeah, I could see Killian Dane coming in there, because like it's just like, even though a lot of people won't know who he is, even the WWE audience.
Well, it's going to be in Philly, though. You got to remember.
Yeah,
Smart
you're right.
crowd.
People
They're
will.
going to know who he is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I want to see Lars Sullivan instead.
But a big body, like, anytime will translate. Like, damn, look at this big guy. Like, even if
exactly.
So most people, you're right, will cheer. But
Sandy, whether you believe it or not, Sandy is going to make an appearance in the Rumble. I have a feeling Nikki Cross is going to be the women's one. And somebody from Sandy, Alexander Wolf, who to me is still an underrated wrestler, man. After the shit he pulled last year with the War Games match and then take over Brooklyn, I mean, come on.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, the body of work speaks for themselves.
Hey, how about that screenshot I sent y'all earlier?
Yeah, I sent it to Joe. It's pretty funny. You know, there was a guy that went ahead and he tweeted WWE support to figure out how to change the language for the Women's Rumble on the Royal Rumble so that he didn't have to listen to Stephanie McMahon commentate the Rumble.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, he tweeted Stephanie and WWE. He said, "Can you send me the instructions on how to change the language of the commentary team on my WWE network? Because I'd rather listen to an indecipherable language than your ego-driven drivel." And
That's hilarious.
WWE Network responds, "Hi, to change your language, blah, blah, blah." And so then he says, "Thank you, WWE Network. You are a good bot and good to real wrestling fans. When the bot uprising happens, I will remember your friendship. Just in case, how do I cancel my subscription to the WWE Network?" That's so good.
That's great.
Yes. How y'all feel about Stephanie doing that, by the way?
Oh, that
tweet.
really pisses me off. That really got under my skin when I saw that, because, you know, we had a problem with it to begin with. I'm all about the Women's Rumble. I'm excited that they're getting the chance to have their own Rumble finally.
Me too. This was just one of the reasons I was scared that it was going to happen to Stephanie.
Absolutely.
Her
She's
be number
so
30.
self-serving. Her making this less about the talent and more about what it does for womankind is the problem that everybody's having.
I mean, why not have Renee Young or Paige on the commentary?
They don't need anybody. Just have the regular commentators. You want them to be treated as equals, just have it like everybody else does.
I hope they don't do the Survivor Series thing, because that was too much.
That was way too much to have that many people on at once.
Oh my God, that was insane. The Survivor
Corey
Series.
Graves is going to be calling the whole show because he's got both Raw and SmackDown. I kind of feel bad. Well, Yeah,
I'm fine with that. But the thing is, she didn't need to insert herself into commentary. People thought that she was going to be in the match herself. Even Scott Frame was convinced that she was going to win at one point just because she would do that. And I'm like, no, well, Vince McMahon did win the Rumble and Stephanie was a women's champion. So, I mean, it's not out of the full realm of possibility with the McMahons, but she is selfish, and that's the thing. I feel like she's hindering this by making it about a statement rather than, the Rumble itself.
Speaking of the Women's Rumble, I do have like a winner and an Iron Woman.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
Asuka obviously is going to win. And then Becky Lynch is going to be the Iron Woman of that match. Then you got the men's. I'm not sure who. I mean, a lot of people think Elias is going to be the Iron Man, but I'm like, what if Shinsuke Nakamura ends up being the Iron Man and he wins the whole thing?
Well, I picked Shinsuke to win it, but I think it is possible Shinsuke could go to the end and be thrown out by Roman.
I mean, because if Roman wins, then why the hell are they having the Elimination Chamber? Why does Raw have the Elimination Chamber? That makes no sense.
Right.
Someone made a theory that Elias would be the first entered because he opens up stuff with songs.
I think that's what they're going for,
I had the hilarious. If the Eagles had lost the other night, it would have been the greatest thing ever to have Elias come out there and shit on Philadelphia.
Oh my
He's getting over as fuck. I loved what they did with him on Raw.
Dude, I'm telling you, watch the night after WrestleMania. It's gonna be lit for this guy. That place is gonna.
Oh, absolutely.
Gonna
even
pee
at
on
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But did you hear why they changed some of the stuff with Undertaker, Connor?
Yes.
Because they wanted to. They thought this is the only time that John Cena and Elias could, have an actual moment to build up to them feuding inside the Rumble. They're not going to have a match at WrestleMania so far, but they just want them to have a moment in the Rumble itself. They feel like Elias eliminating Cena will put him over big.
I mean, shit. That's better build in the Rumble than we got for pretty much the rest of the fucking night. So at least there's that. But Raw 25 was a disaster.
Well, speaking of Raw 25, I know we're gonna wrap up soon, but this Undertaker apparently got confused on his way to the ring because the arena was so small, it kind of took him back. His walk to the ring was shorter than usual, and he got lost partway through his promo because he was thrown off by how small the Manhattan Center actually is. Now, it was thought that this is why the promo
Why
came
would that
across
throw him off,
mixed
though?
messages.
Who said this? Because, why would that throw off
This is
a veteran?
PW Torch, Cage Side Seats, Sports Kita, anybody that broadcasts wrestling news.
Sport
has
Kita is a
reported this.
liar, but that's
fucking wrestled there before, though. That's the part
I know, but they're saying just the fact that he got confused partly through his promo. But here's the thing that makes sense. Because I said I kept going back. I've listened to it, like a dozen times now. I guess he did get confused and didn't come out the way he wanted it to. It wasn't supposed to be about him retiring or making threats ominously or to continue wrestling. It was supposed to be paying tribute to those that have passed. Guerrero, Kurt Hennig, Owen Hart, Boss Man, Gorilla Monsoon, Randy Savage. Because he said, everybody's had to answer to the Reaper, and to those that are no longer with us, may you rest in peace, to all the souls I've taken in the last 25 years. So basically it was supposed to be him paying homage to the superstars and wrestlers that have battled on Monday Night Raw.
That didn't make sense the way he worded it at all. You're right, though.
Well, apparently he flubbed it, though. But that's why he was trying to say, may you rest in peace. He was supposed to be paying homage to these wrestlers, but really he flubbed it and got confused, and it didn't come out right.
He was supposed to say, I've battled a lot of people, and some of those people have met the Reaper, and have aren't here anymore or whatever, and they can finally rest in peace, type of thing. That makes a little more sense.
Yeah, over the past 25 years, I've fought many, strong men, and I guess that's what he was supposed to.
My
basically
God,
try to
that was
convey, but
that's like a fucking hidden puzzle, because I had no idea that's at all what it was about.
But that makes the most sense to me. And I guess they wanted it open-ended in case they still decide to go through with the Cena thing at Mania. That's why they weren't focused on him saying he was retired or going to compete. They just wanted him to, give a wink and a nod for 25 years. Well, which, if you do listen back, it does somewhat sound like that's what he was trying to do, but it didn't come out right at all.
I saw a GIF of like scientists like running like this giant fucking formula on a board. It's like us trying to understand what Undertaker just fucking said.
Well, let me say that we're up against it here, so I got to get out of here. But we got some donations I got to play real quick. Before we do that, well, let's make this quick about the XFL, because apparently now the news is coming out that 2020 is the launch date for the XFL, and like, where are they going to launch it? Like on the network, like on a TV? Like, will Vince leave to do that? Like, there's so many questions.
Yeah, Vince apparently filed for multiple trademarks, including UFL and United Football League. McMahon sold, 3.34 million shares of WWE to fund Alpha Entertainment, LLC. The sale netted him over $100 million. And apparently, Vince has the production team working on video footage for the eventual return of the XFL. So this will include building out rosters and coaches, and they want to make sure they have a proper foundation to put together for the league.
It's unbelievable. And like we said months ago when this story first kind of started breaking, this is a better time now for the XFL than it was back when it happened. I mean, I know that many people might think that it's not because, like, oh, man, it failed so bad last time. Why would you do it now? Well, it makes more sense to do it now than then. But the weird thing is that it failed and they're doing it still.
They also said it's a better time for WWE because this will drive McMahon away from wrestling, and Triple H will be able to take more of a lead role of the actual WWE side of the company.
Right.
I did hear Fox might that Fox was another name again that might take this up.
Fox has been doing amazing stuff recently. Like, they're the ones that have been doing. I think they do. Do they do Gotham? I think they do Gotham. So Fox does Gotham. Like, they've got a couple other shows that are good. Plus, the Orville is a surprise that's taken off. They've really kind of
love that show.
They're making a push sort of to get back there to because I mean, like, back kind of like when the Simpsons were hot and the Bundys and a bunch of other shows, and like they got sort of they're bringing me back to TV with some of these things they're doing, which, because I'm not watching much TV at all anymore. But Fox has been a station that I've gone back to, which I hadn't watched that much of Fox at all anymore. But they're one of the only television stations, and they're an original station, that I still would watch again because of the Orville and Gotham and a couple other things that are on there. But we got to get out of here. Let me play some of these, and we're gonna do some gaming here. But it's gonna get loud in my house in a few minutes, so there's no point in us talking like this because it'll be so crazy. WCW Mikey, hey Joe, remember when the Rumble when WWE had Big Show Kane trolling, throwing out talent? Yeah, I remember that. They were just dumping everybody out, and it was seemingly going to be like a big rigged situation. Was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
That was 2015.
I think so.
2015.
That was the one with Rome. Was that the one? Yeah, that was the one where Daniel Bryan didn't come out.
Yep, Roman won in Philly.
Okay, that was the one when Daniel got eliminated.
Yes.
Oh God, that was enraging. Yeah. That was so enraging, man. That Rumble was infuriating. Remember The Rock's face? Like, oh, you still don't like him?
Yeah, he had like this just
really
puzzled look. Like, why are you booing?
Like, they're still booing? They sent me like, I love it though. Even though Rock couldn't help him, man.
No. We will have a preview prediction coming up too as well. So,
will we ever have a women's elimination chamber match? Hopefully the pads will be between their legs and not the chamber floor.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Could you guys hear that?
Yeah.
So bad.
That was Guardado 531. Thank you for subbing to the channel, man. Thank you very much. Again, Twitch Prime members, it's free for you guys to sub. Other people, you guys can sub, and it's like $4.99 or $3.99 if you guys want to support here on Twitch. That's cool. Let me see if I can see. I think it tells me sometimes.
It's $4.99 to subscribe.
It's $4.99. Okay, if it's not free, if you don't have Twitch Prime. But remember, if you have Twitch Prime, it's free.
And if you have Twitch Prime, you just click on it and you get a free month.
He did do it through Twitch Prime.
What about Aleister Black? When do you think he will be called to the main roster?
Aleister Black.
This year, next year.
Yeah, I would say
$5 coming from Vatican. Hey, I want to let you know that you're. What did he say? That I'm gay? He called me gay. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Thanks, Renegade.
I'm coming.
What about James Storm for Rumble? Then put him on SmackDown with Bobby Roode.
That would be too early, I feel like, to start putting him with Bobby Roode. I feel like Roode needs his own... That would be like not doing the second Superman movie like they should have, instead of going right to Justice League or whatever the hell they did.
Yeah, I think Roode... Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think Roode needs to have his own singles run first and then go that route.
I think when they feel like Roode is tapping out or he's getting like less, he's getting more boring, like, okay, now... Like, let's get into this feud with James Storm, or maybe James Storm arrives to attack him or something. Thank you to the Bear 1322 for the $12, and now Bulldog Club with what is he dropping, $1? Just saw Impact Wrestling was in my recommended channels on Twitch. If they do well, I can see other promotions move to Twitch. Well, other promotions have already started on Twitch. Bulldog.
Yep.
So they're kind of copying the other organizations already. So. But that's fine, it's cool. Well, Connor...
House of Hardcore's one.
House of Hardcore, right? Yeah, and then there's a couple other smaller ones, I think, or something.
Yep.
I've told Top Rope and stuff, like, I don't know why you wouldn't be on YouTube with a weekly show or a, whatever, just to build hype and send it to all your fans for free, and they can watch it.
Now with Twitch, you can upload videos and schedule a live time.
Right.
So, like, for example, like, let's say you did your Raw review, Joe, you can upload it, right?
Yeah.
As a separate video, and then schedule it for like 2 hours afterwards. That way, it's showing like as a live stream.
I've seen that. My only problem with doing that is that I'm afraid that people are going to donate, and then it's like they don't get recognition. You know what I mean? And not only that, but also, then when I am live, people might think, "Oh, he's not really live again," and then they won't donate. So,
right.
So it's a double fuckery for me.
Yeah,
So,
I think the only thing that would work is if you did like your news stories today, the one you uploaded about Enzo. If you did that, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be the only thing that would work.
I suppose I could like you know what I mean, put a little like watermark on it saying like pre-recorded, and people know that it's not live because it's like out of nowhere on Friday. Why is it on? So yeah, I mean
I've started to try it out on Twitch just to see how it works, and so far so good. I got a decent amount of hits on my Raw review.
Yeah, I
saw.
I've done it before. I'm worried, but I don't know. I might start doing it, but I got to figure out something because we revolve so much around the interaction of donations on my show. You're right. Yep. My pre-recorded shows, it could work. You're right, but on live shows like this, it would confuse people because they'd be watching and they'd be like, "Oh, I want to say something. Donate. Oh, wait, where'd the money? What happened?"
Yeah.
I mean, I could play it later, but it's just, I don't know, that would get confusing. But yeah, you're right. Regular stories and stuff like that, or off-air podcasts. Yeah, I could do that. And I might do that. Maybe I'll come up with something, and that's a great idea.
I just want to throw it out to you for that one. So
yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it because I forgot about it. I hope we get it. Guys, check out Connor's channel, Connor from OKFabe. That's youtube.com/OKFaber on YouTube. Sub to him. Also, Jake DeMarco on Twitter at Countdown Ended. But Jake, you doing a little bit on YouTube again, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing a bit more. So I got another video coming out tomorrow. We'll see what comes then.
Well, what's the YouTube? Because
it's youtube.com/Countdown Ended.
Okay, there you go. So Jake's been active on his YouTube more than he ever has. So go check out his YouTube. And that's it. We're done with the wrestling talk. I'm gonna convert this now into a gaming stream. And everybody that watched, thanks for watching Out of Nowhere episode 87, and it's going to be uploaded on YouTube in its entirety. So look for that on YouTube. And if you guys see it in your feed, if you want, even if you already saw it, give it a click anyway to give it a view if you want, just to clarify that you saw it. Or leave a comment down below on YouTube to let us know what you thought, or if you have questions, or if you have a comment about something. That way it might trigger in my mind, and I might answer it as we get into our hardcore predictions video that will be coming out right before the Rumble. So, and now probably going to go into PUBG and maybe some, I don't know, hockey, PUBG. I'm not really sure what else I'm doing, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on tonight, I'm sure. So stick around with us. We're not going anywhere.